Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for Friday, January 27th if you're watching in real time, but it can be for whenever you stumble upon it as well. I like to film a day ahead of time so you can be watching it with me, depending on your time zone and your whether you're a northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere even, or whatever, it all plays a part in this reading too, because when you stumble upon it, it gives this kind of a law of attraction quality. I like to use different decks every day. I change them up. Sometimes you'll see some decks that are my favorites I bring back. I think for getting closer to Valentine's Day, I'm going to definitely use the love theme decks. But for now, we're using the Pastel Journey by Vanessa Samina, because it's one of my favorites and it's so pretty. And it was, what I'll do is I'll look at my shelf and whatever just says, take me, pick me, I usually pick it. So it has this nice rainbow edge stuff, metallic. All right, give it a good shuffle. I usually take off the top, but lately I've been taking out the middle. I think I might do it like that a little bit more, because even shuffling doesn't always mix it up good enough from the last time, and then I end up using the same cards that I did the last time. All right, we'll just say that's good enough. All right, let's go. What do we have? We have the Two of Wands. Nice. And ooh, Eight of Wands. That's what I feel like today. Is like, what? Somebody reaching out to me? Or that's crazy. And let's see what else. We have the Knight of Swords. All right, let's zoom in and see what we get. Two of Wands is kind of the planning card. She's got this the world in her hands. It looks like a crazy marble, but yeah, that's what the world is, right? A crazy marble. It could be having to deal with a crossroads, decision making, but Wands is generally, to me, it's like planning to go somewhere, making, yeah, like making a strategy or scheme. Sometimes the Two and the Three of Wands are like real close in meaning and message, but the Two of Wands has a little bit more of the two sidesisms, the this or that, or what should I do, left or right. It's kind of like when you're traveling down the yellow brick road and you run across the scarecrow and he goes that way, no, that way. Now, which way is it to Oz? Do you even want to go to Oz? Like, is really that's where you're gonna find your way to get home? Maybe if you had looked down at your ruby slippers, you would have figured it out a long time ago. Anyway, but it's a decision you have to make, and roads are there for a reason, because it's about a learning process that you still have to go on. There is, on this particular day, though, it could be some kind of deadline that you're trying to meet. You're trying to make sure you get enough done, or budget your time, or strategize, make sure that everything is complete so you can move on to that next phase or whatever. I feel like with the world here, it could be having something to do with the web, World Wide Web, reaching out, marketing, networking, things like that, especially with the Eight of Wands here. The Eight of Wands is also the communication card, and it's somebody reaching out, or you reaching out. It's quick action, it's movement, it's fast, it's deliberate. Wands is fire energy, and Two and Three of Wands are the funniest Wands cards in the deck, because they're stationary, they're just standing there. It's almost a mental wand energy, which is kind of unusual, because Wands is about action. And swords is the mental energy, and it's about thinking. So it's not a two of swords energy where you get stuck in your head, but there is a little bit of an element of that, like not moving quite as quickly as most wands cards do. But this Eight of Wands is a fast moving. So the choice could be whether to act quickly or to put more thought into this. That could be your choice. I feel like acting quickly is the right way in this case. You'll hear it a lot, don't be impulsive, don't be too brash, don't act too quickly, think before you act, think before you speak, all of those things. And they're good advice for specific or for most of the time, I would say. But there are those cases, especially if you're if you're a person that's in your mind a lot, or you overthink things a lot, or or you're like maybe just overly cautious. You have like Pentacles energy. You're earthy, very prudent, very cautious, don't take risks or chances. There's times where you do actually need to take that risk, where you do actually need to move swiftly. There's times to move swiftly in lots of cases, especially financial cases, where if you don't buy or sell at a certain time, you lost a window of opportunity to make a lot of money. There are certain cases, and that goes back into your intuition and your gut feeling about something. And the fire energy is all about gut feelings. So instead of staying in your head too much, kind of like you see, she's got the world right at her gut. This is gut feeling for sure. It's a 3D kind of way of saying use your intuition, but I think it's kind of better in some cases because intuition is so heady, right? It's so crown chakra, sixth sense or third eye chakra. And even though those are very good and important, the sacral chakra, where it's that flip in your belly, that tingle, that feeling, or the ripple up your spine, or we have different signs too that happen to our bodies when we're afraid. In other words, the hair on the back of your neck raises up, things like that. And those are all connected to your intuition, but it's more primal. I think it's like it goes with the gut. Yeah, I think the gut's like more primal. It's something that's inherent in us, that we carry with us for survivor's sake, but it's also can be very helpful. It's not intuition, but it's instinct. And people use instinct all the time in wheeling and dealing, right? They use their instinct. And the people who are very talented have a nice combination of instinct and intuition. So that primal energy plus like the mother knows best energy, that higher knowing energy. Anyway, the Nine of Swords coming through could be you or a person that you're dealing with. And it's very likely that it's you, since Swords energy is mental, and that could be what your norm is, how you normally go about things. You travel and you move and you act and react by assessing things with your brain. What does it say back there? It says, fight like a girl. Fight like a girl. Interesting. Okay. So Knight of Swords is it's a very it's kind of forceful. And that's so funny because of all the sword cards, Knight of Swords seems to me the most like a fire sign. Whenever I read the description of it, it's always, aggressive and forceful and full of zest and all of this. And I'm like, that sounds so fire sign. So when this card shows up, you got to tell it like it is, just as the Knight of Swords would do. So it feels like a Knight of Swords, or an air person like Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, they are known to be honest, and sometimes edgy, cuttingly so, but it's not traditionally, to me, a quality of the air sign. To me, guess what sign is cuttingly honest without being intentionally cruel is Sagittarius, and they're a fire sign. So, and then there's Scorpio who's honest, but I think sometimes Scorpio honesty is intentional, Um, and Cancer too is not honest, but it's can be harsh. That edgy outward exterior to protect their inner selves. But to be honest, to be honest, this could be a person, an air sign person with the Sagittarius rising, or these two, they're just the elements of air and fire combining together to help you push forward in whatever you need to do today. And this could be an energy that goes beyond this particular day too, because I feel like it's something bigger. It's something bigger. But if you have to make a snap decision today and you feel a little bit nervous about doing, making a decision so fast, and because it's not your normal way of going about things, I think this reading is telling you go ahead and trust your gut, because it's meant to be quick and fast and go for it kind of energy today. So I hope you like that. Big trust and pixie dust.